She stood at the edge of the designated firing range, watching her fellow trainees cycle through standardized marksmanship drills with their regulation M4 carbines. Her slight frame seemingly overwhelmed by the tactical gear that hung loosely on her shoulders despite multiple adjustments by the equipment technicians who had struggled to find protective equipment sized appropriately for someone barely meeting the minimum physical requirements for advanced sniper training programs. The other candidates moved through their shooting positions with the confident swagger that characterized former infantry soldiers and seasoned combat veterans. Their conversations peppered with deployment stories and technical discussions about ballistics calculations that seemed to exclude the quiet academic who had somehow qualified for the most demanding marksmanship program in the United States military despite never having fired a weapon in actual combat situations. But through the range speakers that normally carried safety announcements and training schedules, an urgent alert suddenly pierced the afternoon calm, with words that transformed routine training into a crisis requiring immediate response from the most qualified marksman available. Range command to all personnel: hostile unmanned aerial vehicle detected at bearing 270 degrees. Distance approximately 2 miles. Immediate engagement authorized. Repeat, live fire engagement authorized against hostile target. Technical specialist Dr. Chen felt her equipment bag slip from trembling hands as she processed the impossible situation. She was the only sniper-qualified personnel currently positioned with clear line of sight to the threat vector, despite the fact that her fellow trainees had spent weeks questioning whether she possessed the physical strength or tactical mindset necessary for precision shooting under combat conditions. From which military training facility around the world are you following this extraordinary marksmanship story today? If you appreciate narratives that explore advanced ballistic science and the hidden capabilities within precision shooting programs, consider subscribing for more content that reveals the mathematical precision behind seemingly impossible shots. The Advanced Marksmanship Training Center occupied 12,000 acres of carefully designed terrain within the Montana wilderness. Its precision shooting ranges and ballistics research laboratories representing the most sophisticated long-range training environment supporting American military sniper superiority through scientifically optimized shooting programs and advanced computational ballistic systems. The facility served as the primary development center for extreme-range marksmanship, combining atmospheric modeling algorithms, advanced optics technology, and precision ballistics calculations that provided unprecedented accuracy for military personnel preparing for next-generation warfare scenarios requiring shots beyond conventional engagement distances. Located within multiple security perimeters, the installation had been constructed with specialized meteorological monitoring systems and electromagnetic isolation designed to prevent external interference with ballistics research that exceeded current military capabilities and computational shooting methodologies. The range architecture incorporated decades of advancement in precision shooting science and ballistics methodology, including underground ballistics laboratories, atmospheric modeling systems, and automated trajectory calculation algorithms that could generate precise firing solutions without human intervention when atmospheric conditions demanded instant computational analysis. Advanced processing systems analyzed environmental data from hundreds of sensors simultaneously, creating three-dimensional atmospheric profiles that tracked wind patterns, humidity variations, temperature gradients, and barometric pressure fluctuations while distinguishing between momentary atmospheric changes and sustained meteorological conditions that could affect projectile trajectory over extreme distances requiring mathematical precision exceeding human calculation capabilities. Technical specialist Dr. Chen approached the advanced shooting position carrying specialized ballistics equipment and computational devices, her security clearance providing access to experimental shooting technologies that few personnel were authorized to utilize during their military careers. Though her current assignment to precision marksmanship research seemed inconsistent with the extensive academic credentials and theoretical physics background required for her clearance level. The screening process for her current position had required 42 months of federal investigation that examined every aspect of her academic achievements and computational capabilities, though investigators had encountered classified research papers that remained sealed at classification levels exceeding their authorization to review. At 28 years old, She possessed specialized education from the Massachusetts Institute of Technology's Applied Physics program, having completed doctoral research in computational ballistics, atmospheric modeling, and experimental projectile dynamics before her recruitment to military precision shooting programs following academic research that exceeded current ballistics understanding and provided computational capabilities that surpassed conventional marksmanship methodology. Her academic record listed theoretical physics specialization and advanced mathematics coursework, though these official designations concealed ballistics research and computational expertise that had been classified following academic discoveries that challenged existing understanding of long-range shooting physics and mathematical trajectory prediction methodologies. Her educational background included doctoral research at academic institutions whose ballistics programs were considered legendary by computational physics communities, where defense contractors and atmospheric scientists developed mathematical models that pushed the boundaries of trajectory calculation and precision shooting capabilities. The research she had completed involved theoretical atmospheric modeling, advanced computational ballistics, and experimental projectile tracking that prepared her for shooting scenarios that conventional military training could not address adequately. Her academic advisors had included Nobel laureates and former ballistics researchers whose experience encompassed decades of classified research into military applications of computational physics and advanced trajectory calculation methodologies. The decision to accept military recruitment rather than pursuing academic career opportunities had been influenced by research opportunities and computational resources that enabled her to apply theoretical ballistics knowledge to practical shooting applications while gaining access to experimental technologies that civilian academic institutions could not provide. Her presence within military training programs provided specialized expertise in computational analysis, while her academic background remained available for consultation on ballistics problems that required her specific mathematical knowledge and theoretical physics understanding. General Robert Martinez supervised the afternoon marksmanship evaluation with authority gained through 32 years of military service and advanced education in precision shooting strategy. His expertise encompassing complex ballistics coordination and atmospheric analysis that protected American marksmanship superiority from increasingly sophisticated enemy counter-sniper systems. His background included command assignments throughout special operations divisions and liaison duties with research organizations that developed next-generation precision shooting technologies and computational ballistics capabilities. His Distinguished Service Cross and multiple marksmanship awards reflected exceptional performance in both operational command and strategic shooting development assignments that shaped American sniper capabilities and long-range engagement methodologies. The general's military career had evolved from conventional infantry operations to precision marksmanship development, including classified assignments with research organizations and intelligence agencies that developed advanced ballistics systems and atmospheric modeling technologies. His transition from tactical infantry command to strategic marksmanship development had been driven by recognition that modern warfare required shooting precision and computational coordination that exceeded traditional military boundaries and required interdisciplinary expertise, combining physics knowledge with tactical understanding. Around the classified briefing table sat representatives from DARPA, Special Operations Command, Defense Intelligence Agency, and various ballistics contractors, each contributing specialized expertise to trajectory calculation procedures and atmospheric modeling systems that maintained American marksmanship superiority against emerging enemy counter-sniper capabilities. The assembled group represented decades of collective experience in precision shooting operations, computational ballistics analysis, and technological development that maintained American sniper dominance against advanced enemy marksmanship systems and countermeasures. Colonel Sarah Kim, the marksmanship development coordinator responsible for ballistics assessment and shooting protocols, possessed 18 years of experience in advanced precision shooting systems and held security clearances that provided access to the most sensitive intelligence regarding enemy sniper capabilities and computational ballistics methodologies. Her technical background included specialized training in atmospheric modeling, trajectory calculations, and ballistics evaluation procedures that enabled prediction of enemy shooting development patterns and coordination of appropriate technological responses to emerging marksmanship threats. Colonel Kim's expertise bridged the gap between theoretical ballistics development and practical operational requirements, translating advanced atmospheric research into functional training systems that prepared American personnel while maintaining readiness for shooting threats that might exceed current technological capabilities. Her role required constant evaluation of intelligence reports, technical assessments, and enemy marksmanship capability estimates to ensure adequate training preparations for evolving precision shooting threats and computational ballistics countermeasures. The development team under Kim's coordination represented carefully selected specialists recruited from leading ballistics contractors and military research institutions, each bringing unique technical knowledge to the complex challenge of defending against increasingly sophisticated enemy precision shooting systems, while maintaining technological advantages that preserved American marksmanship superiority. Their work remained largely classified, but their development decisions directly influenced training capabilities and response procedures that protected millions of American citizens from enemy sniper threats. Major David Park, the range safety officer responsible for atmospheric monitoring and ballistics coordination, possessed extensive experience in advanced shooting operations and computational modeling that enabled identification and classification of atmospheric conditions through sophisticated sensor networks and environmental analysis procedures. His understanding of ballistics technology encompassed both conventional atmospheric monitoring systems and experimental technologies that pushed the boundaries of current scientific understanding and provided capabilities that exceeded standard military equipment specifications. The range commander's background included specialized training in computational ballistics research, atmospheric pattern processing, and advanced modeling methodologies that enabled prediction of trajectory variations and environmental patterns that enemy forces might employ to defeat conventional shooting systems. His responsibility for ballistics coordination required constant technological advancement and strategic thinking that anticipated enemy atmospheric manipulation while maintaining shooting effectiveness for emerging precision marksmanship threats. General morning analysis indicates possible enemy development of advanced unmanned aerial systems with evasive maneuvering capabilities that exceed our current threat assessment models, Colonel Kim reported, her voice carrying analytical precision that characterized professional ballistics evaluation. Defense Intelligence Agency sources suggest enemy development of drone systems with speed and maneuverability characteristics that could challenge our existing engagement protocols, though specific technical details remain classified above our briefing level. Her assessment reflected constant evolution of aerial threats that characterized contemporary technological defense, where enemy forces continuously developed new evasive technologies and tactics designed to defeat American shooting systems and create vulnerabilities that could be exploited during actual conflict situations. The intelligence indicated technological advancement that required enhanced training measures and updated ballistics protocols to maintain engagement effectiveness against maneuvering targets. The current threat assessment represented months of intelligence analysis that had identified patterns suggesting coordinated enemy research into advanced drone systems and anti-sniper countermeasures. Technical intelligence sources had reported development activities and testing programs that indicated preparation for aerial capabilities that exceeded current American marksmanship planning assumptions and engagement distance calculations. Sir, we've upgraded our atmospheric modeling sensitivity and implemented enhanced trajectory calculation algorithms designed to engage maneuvering aerial targets and countermeasure technologies that enemy forces might deploy, Major Park explained. His report reflecting systematic approach to ballistics adaptation that balanced shooting capabilities with technological limitations of current atmospheric modeling and computational systems. However, some theoretical enemy capabilities could exceed our current engagement and trajectory calculation capabilities, requiring technological advancement and strategic planning that might take years to implement effectively. His analysis highlighted fundamental challenges facing modern precision marksmanship, where technological advancement created constant pressure to upgrade ballistics calculation systems, while enemy forces simultaneously developed countermeasures that challenged existing shooting advantages. The balance between current capabilities and emerging threats required continuous investment and strategic planning that anticipated ballistics developments before they materialized into actual engagement challenges. The computational measures implemented by Park's ballistics team represented state-of-the-art trajectory calculation technology that incorporated lessons learned from decades of precision shooting development and atmospheric warfare experience. Advanced pattern processing, computerized ballistics analysis, and automated tracking systems provided capabilities that enhanced engagement accuracy while maintaining operational efficiency for legitimate training operations, though determined enemies continued developing evasive technologies that challenged American marksmanship capabilities. Major Park, what specific capabilities do our current systems provide for engaging the advanced aerial threats described in current intelligence assessments? General Martinez inquired, his question reflecting command responsibility for understanding ballistics limitations and ensuring adequate protection for American training and military installations against sophisticated drone attacks. The question addressed core challenges facing marksmanship planners in contemporary warfare, where technological advancement created threats that might exceed current shooting capabilities and required strategic decisions about resource allocation and ballistics development priorities. The assessment of current capabilities versus emerging threats was critical for determining training adequacy and engagement planning requirements. Chen quietly moved through the shooting positions conducting routine equipment maintenance, her movements deliberately precise and systematic to avoid attracting attention, while she processed the psychological impact of hearing ballistics development discussions that connected her current assignment with classified computational physics programs that had developed trajectory technologies exceeding current military capabilities. Her specialized training enabled recognition of technical discussions and ballistics assessments that conventional personnel might interpret incorrectly or fail to understand entirely. Her background in experimental computational ballistics research provided unique perspective on shooting limitations and atmospheric capabilities that informed her understanding of threat assessments and ballistics planning. Though her classified research history remained unknown to conventional personnel, who viewed her as dedicated technical specialist with unusual marksmanship interests and attention to computational detail. The maintenance activities that Chen conducted served multiple purposes beyond routine equipment management, allowing her to evaluate ballistics systems and identify potential trajectory gaps through pattern recognition techniques learned during classified computational physics programs. Her specialized knowledge enabled recognition of systemic vulnerabilities that conventional maintenance procedures might overlook, providing insights that could enhance overall shooting effectiveness and atmospheric analysis capabilities. The shooting facility represented months of construction and engineering designed to provide optimal ballistics monitoring and trajectory coordination while protecting personnel from environmental effects and enemy counter-sniper targeting attempts. Advanced atmospheric shielding, redundant computational systems, and hardened ballistics equipment created operational advantages that maintained shooting effectiveness even under adverse weather conditions and enemy countermeasure deployment. The engineering specifications that guided facility construction incorporated lessons learned from previous conflicts and theoretical advances in ballistics architecture developed by military engineers and computational scientists. Each system component had been carefully designed to provide monitoring capabilities and operational flexibility that eliminated trajectory gaps while maintaining efficiency for routine operations and emergency response scenarios. Specialist Chen continue standard maintenance procedures but remain alert for any unusual atmospheric conditions or technical anomalies that might indicate weather warfare attempts or ballistics system malfunctions. Major Park instructed, his guidance reflecting standard safety protocols while acknowledging technical background that Chen brought to system evaluation and maintenance activities. His instructions contained subtle recognition of Chen's technical expertise and analytical capabilities that exceeded standard maintenance training, though the acknowledgement remained coded in language that preserved operational security regarding her classified background and specialized knowledge that other personnel were not authorized to access. The technical briefing continued for 43 minutes, with various specialists contributing ballistics assessments and trajectory recommendations based on current intelligence and atmospheric analysis. The assembled group represented finest military minds available for precision shooting and ballistics planning, though their conventional backgrounds limited understanding of experimental technologies and computational capabilities that existed within classified research programs. The complexity of advanced marksmanship defense in modern warfare required synthesis of intelligence from multiple sources, including atmospheric surveillance, ballistics intelligence, technical analysis, and theoretical modeling that enabled prediction of enemy aerial capabilities before they materialized into actual threats. The analytical precision required for effective shooting planning exceeded capabilities of individual specialists and demanded collaborative effort from experts with diverse technical backgrounds and security clearances. Chen positioned herself near the advanced shooting position while maintaining routine technical duties that provided cover for observing atmospheric conditions and ballistics discussions that might indicate trajectory gaps or computational limitations. Her experimental computational physics background enabled recognition of system capabilities and operational parameters that conventional personnel might interpret incorrectly or fail to evaluate properly. The monitoring activities that Chen conducted automatically incorporated advanced analytical techniques learned during classified computational physics programs that emphasize ballistics innovation and strategic thinking beyond conventional military planning. Her ability to evaluate trajectory systems enabled identification of potential improvements and vulnerabilities that purely technical thinking might miss entirely. The hostile drone alert became audible through the facility communication system approximately 2 hours into her duty shift, its specific targeting information and trajectory references triggering recognition that connected her current assignment with classified computational physics programs that had developed ballistics technologies exceeding current operational capabilities. The alert characteristics indicated genuine aerial threat rather than routine training. Exercises, suggesting crisis situation that demanded immediate response and specialized expertise. Her recognition of the engagement parameters reflected computational physics participation and ballistics development that connected her to programs involving extreme-range shooting research, operations where her theoretical knowledge had been applied to practical trajectory problems while her colleagues focused on conventional shooting methodologies. The alert's technical specifications indicated shooting challenge that suggested either equipment malfunction or emergency situations that justified revealing advanced computational capabilities. The drone warning's technical characteristics and ballistics parameters indicated genuine aerial threat rather than system malfunction or training scenarios, though the engagement implications of utilizing experimental trajectory data created complexity that demanded careful evaluation and appropriate response procedures. The authenticity of the threat required verification, while ballistics protocols demanded protection of classified computational physics research and shooting capabilities. Instead of immediately responding to the drone alert, Chen carefully evaluated the engagement parameters for technical details and atmospheric conditions that would verify threat legitimacy, while protecting classified computational physics information from potential enemy intelligence gathering. Her experimental ballistics training included extensive instruction in trajectory calculation and atmospheric procedures designed to prevent enemy exploitation of American marksmanship capabilities. The evaluation process required balancing immediate shooting response with security protocols that protected classified computational physics research and technological development from enemy intelligence gathering. Her specialized background provided knowledge necessary for proper threat assessment while maintaining operational security that protected ongoing ballistics programs and trajectory calculation capabilities. The atmospheric parameters embedded within the drone alert matched classified protocols that Chen recognized from her experimental computational physics research, indicating legitimate aerial threat utilizing advanced evasive systems rather than conventional training or equipment malfunctions attempting to create false emergencies. The proper use of trajectory targeting suggested technological advancement that exceeded current ballistics planning and indicated aerial capabilities that posed serious implications to American installations. Lieutenant Amanda Rodriguez, the ballistics monitoring specialist responsible for tracking atmospheric conditions and coordinating trajectory responses, noticed unusual drone behavior through automated monitoring systems designed to identify aerial anomalies and coordinate appropriate shooting procedures. General, we're detecting unmanned aerial vehicle behavior with evasive maneuvering characteristics that don't match any known system protocols. The aerial technology appears to utilize advanced propulsion and defensive systems that exceed current intelligence assessments of enemy capabilities. Her report reflected facility ballistics capabilities that monitored multiple atmospheric vectors and identified potential aerial anomalies through automated analysis of drone characteristics and evasive procedures. The detection systems represented advanced technology designed to provide early warning of aerial attacks and coordinate shooting responses that protected American installations from enemy drone strikes. The atmospheric intelligence gathered by Rodriguez's equipment provided critical information about aerial capabilities and evasive methodologies that informed ballistics planning and engagement coordination procedures. The technical analysis of detected atmospheric patterns enabled assessment of drone technological advancement while maintaining trajectory protocols that protected American installations from sophisticated attacks. Lieutenant Rodriguez, can your systems identify the specific drone protocols and confirm the atmospheric parameters that enable advanced evasive maneuvering? General Martinez inquired, his question reflecting command responsibility for understanding aerial capabilities while coordinating appropriate shooting responses that protected personnel and critical facilities. The general's response demonstrated systematic approach to threat assessment that characterized effective military leadership, where aerial anomalies required immediate evaluation and appropriate ballistics action while maintaining intelligence gathering that informed strategic planning for future threats. The priority placed on understanding drone capabilities reflected recognition that technological advancement required adaptive shooting strategies and computational ballistics coordination. Chen approached the threat assessment station with measured steps that maintained her cover as routine technical personnel while providing critical intelligence about the aerial characteristics and ballistics requirements. Her experimental computational physics training enabled accurate evaluation of trajectory technology and shooting requirements that conventional personnel might misinterpret or fail to understand entirely. Her movement toward the assessment station appeared routine to casual observers, but represented calculated decision-making that balanced security requirements with emergency response obligations. The specialized knowledge that informed her evaluation could provide critical insights for appropriate shooting responses and atmospheric assessment procedures. Ma'am, I recognize the ballistics technology and trajectory calculation systems required for engaging this aerial target, Chen reported, her voice maintaining professional military bearing while conveying information that reflected specialized training and computational physics experience. The shooting parameters demand experimental trajectory technology that was developed through classified computational physics programs, but the engagement requirements suggest atmospheric conditions and ballistics calculations that exceed current shooting assessments and standard marksmanship protocols. Her assessment provided context for the aerial threat that enabled appropriate shooting responses and strategic evaluation of engagement ballistics capabilities. The distinction between experimental research and operational deployment was critical for determining shooting requirements and understanding trajectory advancement that threatened standard engagement protocols. Major Park studied Chen with renewed interest, her technical background enabling recognition that the assessment demonstrated ballistics knowledge that exceeded standard maintenance training and suggested specialized background in classified computational physics research and experimental trajectory development. Specialist Chen, your knowledge of experimental ballistics systems is remarkably detailed for technical operations. Can you elaborate on the specific trajectory characteristics that suggest shooting technological advancement beyond current intelligence estimates? His question reflected institutional curiosity about Chen's technical expertise and sources of specialized knowledge that enabled accurate ballistics assessment under emergency conditions. The precision of her analysis suggested computational physics backgrounds that exceeded her official military occupational specialty and indicated possible classified assignments or experimental program participation. Sir, the trajectory calculation capability requires integration of advanced computational technology, real-time atmospheric processing, and individual ballistics databases that combine multiple classification levels and shooting programs, Chen explained. her response demonstrating technical knowledge that reflected specialized training in experimental ballistics development and advanced computational systems. The shooting deployment of this technology suggests either significant intelligence compromise of classified computational physics programs or independent development that parallels American experimental ballistics capabilities. Her explanation provided specific technical details that supported her ballistics assessment while demonstrating knowledge that exceeded routine military training and suggested specialized education or computational physics experience. The technical sophistication of her analysis indicated familiarity with experimental ballistics technology and trajectory methodologies that characterize classified development programs rather than standard military operations. The detailed nature of Chen's ballistics assessment impressed assembled officers, who recognized that her analytical capabilities exceeded expectations for her current assignment and suggested potential for enhanced responsibilities within shooting planning and trajectory assessment activities. Her demonstrated expertise represented valuable assets that could enhance ballistics effectiveness and computational evaluation capabilities. Specialist Chen, your analysis suggests significant experience with experimental ballistics technology and advanced computational systems, General Martinez observed, his comment reflecting recognition that Chen's capabilities extended beyond standard technical qualifications and indicated specialized training or computational physics background. Have you received additional training in ballistics development or experimental computational programs? The question addressed institutional curiosity about Chen's background while acknowledging that her demonstrated capabilities suggested qualifications that exceeded her current assignment and indicated potential for expanded responsibilities within shooting operations and trajectory assessment activities. Sir, I completed Massachusetts Institute of Technology experimental computational physics programs before my current assignment. Chen replied carefully, providing information that explained her capabilities while maintaining operational security regarding classified research and ballistics development that other personnel were not authorized to access. My background includes doctoral research in advanced trajectory systems, computational ballistics technology, and experimental atmospheric modeling for precision shooting applications. Her response provided context for her exceptional performance while maintaining appropriate operational security regarding classified computational physics programs and experimental ballistics technologies that informed her shooting assessment and technical analysis methodology. The acknowledgement of MIT computational physics background explained her exceptional capabilities while preserving security regarding specific programs and trajectory developments. The revelation of Chen's experimental computational physics research background provided explanation for her exceptional ballistics assessment capabilities while raising questions about her assignment to routine technical duties that failed to utilize her specialized qualifications effectively. Her presence within conventional military units suggested budgetary decisions or program transitions that had resulted in her ballistics expertise being underutilized within standard military operations. General Martinez made immediate command decision that reflected institutional recognition of specialized capabilities and urgent need to coordinate appropriate shooting responses requiring her specific expertise. Specialist Chen, you are immediately designated as primary marksman for this engagement. Major Park, provide Chen with our most advanced ballistics equipment and coordinate atmospheric support for extreme-range precision shooting. The designation represented acknowledgement that Chen's specialized capabilities were critical for properly handling the current ballistics situation and ensuring appropriate shooting responses that neutralize the aerial threat while maintaining operational security. Her demonstrated competence in trajectory assessment aligned perfectly with shooting requirements that demanded sophisticated analytical capabilities and experimental computational physics knowledge. The immediate nature of the designation reflected military efficiency in utilizing available expertise when emergency situations demanded specialized knowledge and ballistics understanding. General Martinez's decision demonstrated leadership flexibility that enabled rapid adaptation to changing requirements and unexpected capabilities within existing personnel resources. Major Park provided Chen with advanced shooting equipment that reflected genuine recognition of her specialized background and ballistics analysis capabilities. Chen, Your computational physics expertise represents exactly the knowledge we need for handling this extreme range engagement. The atmospheric conditions and target characteristics exceed our standard protocols. His guidance represented beginning of operational relationships based on demonstrated capability rather than rank or institutional assumptions about where specialized expertise might be located. The recognition of Chen's experimental computational physics background promised opportunities to contribute meaningfully to critical shooting operations that protected installations and maintained ballistic security. The professional respect implicit in Park's guidance reflected fundamental shift in how Chen would be viewed within the military organization during shooting operations. Her transition from routine technical duties to specialized trajectory analysis demonstrated potential for exceptional talent to emerge from unexpected assignments when crisis situations demanded specialized capabilities. Chen approached the advanced shooting position with the specialized Mk-22 precision rifle system, her computational background enabling immediate recognition of the ballistics calculations required for engaging an aerial target at extreme range under challenging atmospheric conditions. The atmospheric sensors indicated crosswinds at multiple altitudes, temperature gradients that would affect trajectory, and humidity variations that demanded real-time computational adjustments exceeding standard military shooting protocols. Her hands moved across the ballistics computer with practiced precision, inputting atmospheric data and trajectory parameters while her mind automatically processed the complex mathematical relationships between projectile velocity, atmospheric resistance, gravitational drop, and target movement patterns. The computational models she had developed during her doctoral research provided theoretical framework for calculating shooting solutions that conventional military training could not address adequately. The shooting position provided clear line of sight to the aerial target, though the engagement distance of approximately 2 miles demanded ballistics precision that exceeded standard military marksmanship protocols and required computational capabilities that pushed the boundaries of current shooting technology. The atmospheric conditions created additional complexity that demanded real-time calculation adjustments and theoretical knowledge that combined academic research with practical shooting experience. Chen's breathing steadied as she applied theoretical computational physics knowledge to practical shooting requirements. Her academic training in atmospheric modeling enabling recognition of wind patterns and temperature effects that would influence projectile trajectory over extreme distances. The ballistics calculations required integration of multiple atmospheric variables with projectile characteristics and target movement predictions that exceeded conventional shooting methodologies. The targeting solution required consideration of atmospheric density variations, temperature gradients, wind velocity at multiple altitudes, and projectile ballistics characteristics that demanded computational precision exceeding human calculation capabilities without advanced mathematical training. Her doctoral research in experimental ballistics provided theoretical foundation for trajectory calculations that enabled engagement of aerial targets under conditions that conventional marksmanship training could not address effectively. The moment of firing represented convergence of theoretical computational physics knowledge with practical shooting application, where academic research in atmospheric modeling and experimental ballistics culminated in single shot that demonstrated capabilities exceeding conventional military expectations. The projectile's trajectory followed computed mathematical path through multiple atmospheric layers, maintaining accuracy despite environmental conditions that would defeat standard shooting protocols. The aerial target's destruction confirmed accuracy of Chen's computational ballistics methodology and validated theoretical research that had been developed through classified academic programs. The successful engagement demonstrated practical application of experimental atmospheric modeling and advanced trajectory calculation that exceeded current military shooting capabilities and provided proof of concept for next-generation precision marksmanship technologies. The shooting response that Chen coordinated resulted in successful neutralization of the aerial threat and provided critical intelligence about computational ballistics capabilities and trajectory advancement that enhanced security for future aerial engagements. Her ballistics analysis had enabled proper shooting coordination and threat assessment that prevented potential strategic disaster while maintaining operational security for classified computational physics programs. Her work included analyzing atmospheric systems, coordinating trajectory responses, and providing technical assessment that enabled successful shooting operations under extremely complex conditions. Each contribution demonstrated value of experimental computational physics research applied to practical ballistics situations that affected installation security and aerial threat protection. The ballistics protocols that Chen had developed became standard reference for extreme-range aerial engagement, illustrating importance of maintaining institutional expertise in experimental computational technology and value of personnel with specialized atmospheric physics backgrounds. Chen's story influenced personnel utilization policies that emphasized identifying and maintaining access to ballistics expertise throughout military organizations. 8 months after the aerial engagement response, technical specialist Chen received promotion and assignment as senior ballistics analyst for experimental shooting, covering multiple precision marksmanship installations. Her advancement reflected institutional recognition that exceptional analytical capabilities and computational physics experience required appropriate recognition and opportunities for expanded responsibility within advanced shooting programs. Her progression from technical duties to specialized ballistics operations demonstrated military's capacity for recognizing and developing specialized talent when circumstances revealed capabilities and shooting requirements demanded specific expertise. The transformation also reflected institutional learning about importance of maintaining personnel with diverse computational physics backgrounds and theoretical knowledge. Today, Staff Sergeant Chen leads the Advanced Ballistics Analysis Division, overseeing experimental shooting assessment and trajectory coordination that supports precision marksmanship installations throughout North America. Her team of ballistics specialists continues to advance shooting detection capabilities and analytical methodologies that protect American technology from increasingly sophisticated aerial threats and evasive challenges. Her leadership position represents culmination of career that experienced academic transition and evolved into directing critical shooting operations that support the most sensitive technological protection missions. The trajectory demonstrated how specialized computational physics talent and experimental knowledge could transform both individual careers and institutional capabilities for advanced ballistics defense. The organization she directs has become model for integrating experimental computational physics expertise with operational shooting requirements, attracting top talent from ballistics research institutions and trajectory contractors. Her success has inspired similar programs throughout Special Operations Command that seek to identify and utilize personnel with combined computational research and operational expertise. The specialists they had assumed couldn't handle standard military equipment had become the analytical backbone for advanced precision marksmanship operations, proving that extraordinary computational physics experience often exists within personnel whose specialized backgrounds remain hidden by routine assignments. Sometimes the most critical capabilities come from individuals whose experimental ballistics knowledge has been channeled into protective service for their country, and institutional effectiveness often depends on recognizing shooting talent regardless of its apparent assignment or academic history. Her story continues to inspire ballistics analysts and computational physics personnel who understand that experimental shooting knowledge creates unique capabilities for protecting American technology, demonstrating that specialized talent will find purpose when given appropriate opportunities to contribute to meaningful precision marksmanship missions and ballistics security operations.